Right there, ready to go?
Yeah.
Solid. Mr. Nelson, could you do me a favor and man the camera, just hit the top button in a moment? He's already
the red thing's going.
It was already going.
It's already going?
Mm-hmm. He jumped the gun.
It's okay, Mr. Nelson. You know what? I'm not mad at you. That's fine. Film is cheap these days. All right, so let's begin. Mr. Finnegan, why don't you stand askance the table? Is that the right use of askance, by the way? English is my third language, so I don't know.
I guess we should.
All right, so let us begin. Folks, there is a Mr. Finnegan here to see you. Mr. Finnegan, please make yourself comfortable.
Hello. Hi, James.
Good.
Oh, man. It's pretty cold outside, eh?
It's not warm.
Not warm at all. It's got under 20 degrees. Well, I understand, Mr. Sutton, you're the Director of Business Development, Mr. Welton, Director of Sales Events, and Miss Brooks, Events Manager. I ran into Mr. Welton at Augustana, was it 4 weeks ago?
Yeah, not too long ago.
And we talked about the concerns you guys have. You guys, 30,000 of marketing revenue through 6 months. That's correct. And then you guys are looking to get 50,000 for 6 months, so 100,000. So my solution in the end is going to hopefully exceed that, and I think be good for a partnership. We also talked about Notre Dame football. What a season that was, man! 12-0.
I know.
Amazing to go to our first college football playoff. So
yeah, about time Brian Kelly does something.
All right, so here's kind of a background sheet, and then who we've kind of been taking advantage of. If you guys want to pass it around. Okay. Yeah, so about you guys, I guess you guys are located off the I-80, and you guys are particularly new.
Yeah.
I saw you guys have over 77 acres. This is an amazing building right here. You guys got a beach-themed bar and restaurant, full-service 2-story family entertainment center. That's very impressive.
Have you been to the gym in there?
I have not. This is my first time. It's
I
down
want to take
lane.
you up there.
Awesome, yeah. I actually attended St. Ambrose University, so it's good to be back here. Quad Cities definitely holds a special place in my heart, so it's pretty good. All right, so who we are. Let's now get down to business. Advantage Marketing. So we're a Chicago-based marketing and media agency, and we want to become an extension of your business. We want to provide customized personal service and care to achieve your goals. So we're a very well-established company. We have over 30 years of combined marketing experience, and we want to take advantage of our knowledge and expertise. We go beyond a basic business relationship because this is personal for us. We want to build a long-lasting partnership. We want to assist in making your business objectives a reality. Advantage, we also want to do more than just implement campaigns. We are team listeners. We listen to your needs. The only way we can get our needs is through your needs. And as well as we have the knowledge and resources to manage all of your marketing needs. So the big advantage in using Advantage, Advantage helps navigate through the maze of an ever-cluttered media environment. So your company can achieve its goals in the most efficient manner. That is our biggest goal. Also, our goal is to have you walk away more educated in marketing and not feel like you were sold on certain media products. We want to build a relationship and provide a relationship for multiple years down the road. So take advantage of our services, media planning and buying. So first off, traditional media, we have broadcast, which is local and national TV, cable and radio, print, newspaper, magazine, trade and consumer. And the big one I want to really reflect on is out-of-home, outdoor billboards. Since you guys are so new, and since going to St. Ambrose, a lot of Chicagoland area people come to the Quad Cities. So I feel like if we can get billboards out with your TBK Sports Complex in Chicago, that will get those kids that go to St. Ambrose or Augustana to want to go to your gym and use your facility more. Also, there's a lot of business people. The Quad Cities is very well known from Chicago from a business standpoint, from people going on week trips or maybe even living there for a month to do business there. So I feel like that's very important. We also want to use social media because when you're getting started, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram, those are like the most key. As you get going, mobile and digital, we also want to use digital radio. I feel like Pandora and Spotify, getting you guys ads on that would be very important. And then some other services, media strategy and consulting, marketing strategy and consulting, media tracking, app developments, and so on. And then we want to analyze, discover, strategize, implement, and then revise. And then here's who is taking advantage. You guys want to look through here. You guys want to pass that around. Let's see what we got here. So as you guys can see, I got a few examples. So the first one, so that's Fing Institute for Engineering Leadership. So that's UC Berkeley Engineering, and they're located in California, actually. So they transform engineers and scientists into leaders who develop technical, social, and economic innovations. We partnered with them in 2010. You can see the increase we got from 75 to 150,000. Fair Oak Farms is another one in Indiana. That's another out-of-state company that we've connected with and partnered with. They explore modern farms with complete transparency, taste farm fresh food, and enjoy family fun. We partnered with them in 2006. The one that I want to compare to you guys the most is Sand Valley Golf Resort. That's in Wisconsin. That's our newest partner and our biggest success, as you can see. They opened in 2016, and we've gone from 125 to 350. I feel like this similar success can be with you guys.
So when you say marketing revenue, you're meaning
we're bringing in like customers from like
the customers that we bring in related to the marketing that you guys do.
So like with your guys' memberships is a big thing. That's obviously different. So that's why this is something new for us kind of too. We haven't really ever done a main facility like you guys. Obviously we've done Toyota Park, which is the Chicago Fire, and we've done different facilities. But you guys are something new. So yeah, that's what I mean with that. So also, the average rate a company that partners with us is increased by over 109,000. And I know you guys are trying to be increased from 30 to 60, so 50 to 100. So by 50,000, so I think in 1 year that could definitely be a great increase. So the analytics and calculations it shows through all of these that partnering with us will be a huge success. With our 30 years of experience, I know you talked about how you're looking for someone with more experience. You guys are more new. So we've been looking lately to partner with newer companies just to have more exposure and get more out of it. And obviously you looking for more experience, I think it's just a win-win for us and you guys. So yeah, revenue marketing, as I said, it's creating revenue through marketing campaigns that eventually it brings the customers, and in your case, members to it as a company. Making money, obviously, is what runs companies. So I feel like our success can lead on to great success with you guys.
What percentage do you guys get of our profits?
So
how do you make money off of us?
We get 15% of your guys' profits. And that's how we make our money. So you guys get the rest, the 85%. And with all the partnerships we've had, it's been a huge success.
So if we make $100,000, we're actually making 115, but you're taking 15. The 15%.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a percentage for that.
What do you see as more important, the billboards or
I think the
social?
the billboards. Immediately, I guess social media, like right out the bat. But I think as we get going, if we want to do a 1 year partnership with you guys, I think the billboards is very important. Because just seeing that on the highway, and you guys just off I-80 is perfect for that. We can get billboards near the Quad Cities, but we really want to market it through Chicago to the Quad Cities.
How long do people usually stay with you guys?
Well, we have for multiple years. I mean, since 2006, we have Midline. So we have for over 10 years a few of the companies. And we definitely wanted to go more like facilities such as you guys and newer, like the newer style. And you guys with the bar theme restaurant, I think it's a great opportunity.
I know corporate memberships are starting to become a big thing with us. Are you able to market to the actual corporations?
Yes.
Or do we have to do that?
No.
Because we're paying someone to do that right now.
Yeah.
Or could you guys take that over?
We could take that over as well. We have experts in our field that's their job in advantage marketing. I have an agreement if you guys.
I like it. What do you think? Hand it over.
Awesome. I can give you guys a call in 2 weeks, and then I can come right back down to the Quad Cities, maybe meet with you, Mr. Walton, and we can get going on this.
I have to hit a workout.
Yeah. This place is really awesome, though. This is something new. I've never seen something like this, so this is great. All right, guys. Thank you so much for your cooperation.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Brooks. Thank you, Mr. Sun.
Mr. Finnegan, you have a very, just a really, it leaves you with a good feeling to see you present it. I mean, in other words, the feeling is going to be positive. That's not to say that we don't have critiques, but I mean, the overall feeling that you have, having seen you present, is that, yeah, I can work with this guy, and that's something that you probably want to hold on to. Just nothing else. When we have critiques, like we're just trying to make you better.
Yeah.
But I mean, the feeling is good. What do you think about that, Ms. Housingen?
I thought he was so relaxed because he knew his information so much. That was it was a good presentation because all the knowledge that he had, and I just feel like he had a lot of good information.
Yeah. I mean, I think that the information source was really rich, and I think that helped him out quite a bit. Thank you, Ms. Housingen. Mr. Brazil, thoughts?
I thought it was good. Just one little thing that I noticed was when you kind of jumped at him with the big percent, saying something along the lines of, do you have any more questions? Mm-hmm. If not, I'd like to show you, this agreement, and then go from there. But other than that, I thought that was really good. That's a really salient point. And you want to be able to really make sure that they have no other objections.
Yeah.
I read one time that the whole purpose of selling is just to reduce any sense of risk from the prospect. In other words, if they have no sense of risk whatsoever, then they have no reason not to buy. And so when you sell to someone, if you keep that in mind, the idea is that you want to make sure that they don't really have any sense of consternation about this. Because if they have any reason that they go, I don't know, then they're not going to sign it. But I mean, other than that, they won't. Once you reduce every sense of risk, they're going to see that this is a good thing.
Yeah.
Good. Miss Beardsley, thoughts?
I thought you did a really good job explaining all of the services that you guys offer, which is very important because you kind of eliminated any question about what could you do for us. The only thing was the slides was it was a lot of information, but I don't think it took away from anything, but it was just kind of a distraction point.
Yeah, I wrote that down too. One of the things to think about with your slides is it's almost a 180 from what we saw earlier, where the slides, it almost seemed like there was a lot more information than you were alluding to. It almost seemed like you were kind of breezing past them. All of a sudden you were surprised at how much information you had here, and you felt like you had to just get through this thing. And if you're sitting, that's great for time expediency, but it's not so great if you're these guys thinking, hey, wait a minute, what is this guy just flipping past here? Because that might have been something that's going to make or break us. I mean, that might be something that's going to be relevant for us. So that's something to keep in mind about that. And Mr. Ballard, what do you think?
Really good connections right off the rip. I mean, he talked about multiple different things. Other than that, he wanted the need identification for the TPK complex on a whole is to, get things done at a simple cost, and I think that's probably what is a good selling point.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Ballard. One thing I'm going to start asking those of us who are doing the presentation on Thursday is, how do you define the sense of risk? In other words, how are you going to, what is the sense of risk that they're feeling on the other side of the table? How do you define that? I'm not asking you this. I'm telling this for everybody who has yet to present here, because I may be asking you. Because remember, if there were no sense of risk, there would be no need for a salesperson, right? And I think that you framed it rather well here. I mean, the risk is self-obvious. I mean, they don't want to. A new complex is not going to want to put their trust in anyone, but they don't have the organizational knowledge to be able to know who to place their trust in. So that's their sense of risk. But in the future, I think that one thing to be thinking about when we give these presentations, and if you're someone's prospect, have a pretty good idea of what your sense of risk going in here is, and be able to articulate that during a presentation. And I think that's going to make this even more bang up than they already are. Ms. Beardsley.
Is that good to include with need identification?
It could, but really what I'm talking about here is what do you have, when I say sense of risk, I mean, what is it that you have to be talked through? In other words, you're sitting here in a sales presentation. The reason that you have sales presentations is because you have other options. You have things that you're concerned about about letting your business grow. and there's things that you have to worry about. And I think that if you think about that in those terms, it can become more than a sales presentation, and it becomes more of a sales dialogue, which is what we're really trying to achieve here. You know what I'm saying? All right, good. Matter of fact, Ms. Beardsley, since we only have the 3 presentations today, Ms. Beardsley fairly recently has some pretty good news. What is that, Ms. Beardsley?
I got an internship for next summer.
Yeah, at where now?
It's at the Hahn Company in Muscatine, Iowa.
Now, Miss Beardsley, I'm very excited for her because she has actually, gone through the interview process. She has used some of the techniques that we've talked about in this class. So, Miss Beardsley, whatever you want to talk to us about, like anything you want to say about like your experiences having gone through that, please let us know what your insights are. You've interviewed for a job a lot more recently than I have, so you would be very useful here. And plus, it's not the same kind of gig anyway. So please let us know what your thoughts are about your experiences with the process.
Okay, so I guess I found them by going to the Pro Fair, and I guess I just got really lucky. The day I was at Pro Fair, I just went up and started talking to the same guy who runs the internship program, the exact one that I was interested in. I told him, before I even knew he ran that, I said, yeah, I'm interested in your sales and business leadership program. Could you tell me a little bit more about it? He was really excited that I knew a lot about the program and like what it offers and everything. And then the next day I met with him, and then a recent St. Ambrose grad. He actually graduated in the spring of this past May, and I interviewed with them, and they were really excited about me coming down to Muscatine and following up with them. It was like a whole day long interview. I had to actually prepare a sales presentation for them, and I did it on CrossFit because it's a persuasive presentation about something you're passionate about, and I'm also going to be selling CrossFit on Thursday. But I had to prepare that, so I guess what I did for that was I looked at the Hahn Company's core values, and then I figured out which 3 core values from the company aligned with core values of CrossFit.
That's a brilliant move.
And then to make it more unique to the company, I used the colors of the company for all my slides. They seemed to really like that.
Yeah, they did.
They said, they seemed to really enjoy the presentation, but then also that day I had to interview with a couple different people, meet the different people who are actually working on the sales floor. And then a couple of weeks later, I got the call. I was actually in this class, got the call, and that I got the job. So
that's tremendous, and I think that your experiences and your ideas is something that we could all use. I mean, that one thing I was, very complimentary about to Ms. Beardsley before she actually went was her ability to actually frame everything she was talking about in the context of the company, right? And it just sounds like you really reinforced that when you were there.
Yeah.
It's not so much about talking about, I'm Ms. Beardsley and this is how great I am, even though we don't know that you're great. It's really about this is how I think I can really fit in here.
Yeah, and it wasn't really, I didn't talk about the company at all during my presentation. Mm-hmm. It was all about CrossFit and like how CrossFit can improve someone's life or make an impact in their health. Mm-hmm. But it was very obvious that those were the core values of the company that I was talking about. So,
well done. Great. Okay, guys. Looks like on Thursday we are going. If Mr. Vignali is back, we're going to try and fit 5 into the day, just like we did the Thursday before Thanksgiving break. But we will deal with that on Thursday. Guys, great job. Well done, Mr. Finnegan, and I will see you guys on Thursday. Don't forget, on Thursday we're going to also